Kings Nation, welcome to Louisville Kings Corner. Today we cover the statistics from Week 1. We did an interview with Weathering the Storm, an Orlando Storm podcast with Dakota Wolf, and we did the predictions for Week 3 of the entirety of the UFL. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
What's up, Kings Nation? Welcome to Louisville Kings Corner. I'm Herbert Heldon, co-host Justice Montgomery, tag guy behind the camera, Tyler Logson. Thank you for your service. Let's go. Got some big news today, too, man. 500 subs on YouTube. Let's go, man.
Thank you so freaking much, man. All this grinding feels like it's paying off, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah. And then on top of that, man, I think in the past week we've probably gotten 175 followers on Instagram or something crazy.
Yeah, as soon as the Kings posted us on their story, our Instagram went berserk.
Insane.
Yeah, so the whole 500 subs thing, we don't need this anymore.
That was our 300 sub plug that YouTube sent us.
Yeah.
Ow.
All right.
Hole in the wall.
Sorry, Tyler.
All right, let's talk about this previous game here, the Birmingham Stallions game, the inaugural game for the Louisville Kings.
Game we should have won, man. Should have won it.
Beat ourselves. Hate to say it.
A lot of bad turnovers. Turnover on the 1 yard line.
Head top for sure.
Yeah, we got the helmet catch going the wrong way for us.
Yeah.
And then we had one bad ball at the end trying to make a play, but yeah, I mean, didn't get the running game going, and we only lost by 2 points. So I mean, we fix those turnovers, get the ball running just a little bit more. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, but I will say, man, we said it on the previous episode at the very end, but man, did Louisville show the freak out, bro?
Oh yeah, what was it, 14,034 or something like that?
That stadium was absolutely just electric, bro.
Yeah, I wish
such a good time.
I wish it was like 55, 60 degrees.
Yeah,
I feel like people would not have left that game.
Yeah, 100%.
It was a good game the whole time too. Like I was in it. Like I was telling the Orlando guy, Dakota, I lost my voice. I probably just got it back today, and today's Wednesday. So,
I mean, Tyler, what did you think? How was your fan experience at the game? And talking to your mic, please.
Yeah, my favorite thing was definitely the flag going out on the field, like you said.
That was sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
Sitting there, I was like, man, what are these things behind me? And all of a sudden, doo. I was like, that's probably the coolest thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, they were shooting fireworks up my freaking shirt, dude. I could care less. It was awesome.
The green light shining down, the green smoke flying everywhere, dude, and the fire.
And then Coach Redmond ran on the 50. He's like, yeah.
How loud the fans were too was
just awesome,
phenomenal. I was like, I figured there'd be a decent turnout. I didn't think it was going to sell out, and I didn't think it was going to be that loud.
So I didn't know how well, like different stadiums are. Some of them were very loud, and some of them were not. Yeah. Like that stadium got pretty loud. I was pretty surprised. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and then halftime we got to go down.
Russell
Dickerson, and as we're walking down there, bro, Eric Wood. Long behold, it's like a light shining down on him.
It was like, and he we made eye contact. He's like, yeah. I was like,
yeah, he's like,
Eric Wood right here. Yeah. And he's like, oh. I was like, oh my God, this is happening.
He said, man, keep up the good work, boys.
He's lucky I didn't bring his table to halftime show. That's one thing for sure.
He would have been on that stage with Russell Dickerson jumping off of it.
Dude, how electric would that have been?
That would have been fire. So now we're going to talk about how we think the Louisville Kings performed and the gameplay that we played.
Just kind of a deep dive into the numbers, I guess. Yeah. So first thing I wanted to touch on was the rushing game. It was pretty bad. We had 16 rushes for 46 total yards, averaging 2.9 yards per carry. 27 of those yards for Jason Beam. So big step up there we need.
Yeah, I mean, and luckily he is an elusive quarterback because if we had a guy like, say, Jack Plummer, 2 left feet, I mean, that game would have been a whole lot over.
He probably would have had negative 27 rushing yards if it was Jack Plummer.
Yeah. I mean, we got to set that up, boys. We got Benny Snell, we got Jaden Sheardon, and we got Ian Wheeler. Going into this season, a lot of pages getting posted about how the Kings had the best, running back group.
Yeah, should at least.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Ian Wheeler was on NFL roster, last year, Tyler, in Chicago?
I mean, you're only as good as your own line. Your running backs are only good as your own line.
I mean, our O-line was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Passing-wise.
We gave up 1 sack.
Yeah.
So.
And it was a very bad one for us. It just so happened to freaking close it out for him. But anyways, and then I also want to talk about Lucky Jackson. He's by far our best receiver. He had 6 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown.
Awesome. And he scored the first ever touchdown for the Louisville Kings.
I hope he got to keep that ball, dude. I hope it ain't like a freaking museum or something.
Yeah. Museum.
Ooh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, Ian Wheeler, he had a fumble.
Yeah,
I just wanted. Why does Benny not have that ball?
I mean, Ian is a big guy too.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. I think give it to Benny. I say give it to Benny in that instance. But fumbling right before halftime.
On the 1 yard line.
I will say, though,
hard. That was a tough pill to swallow.
I've seen the video or watched back that play. Benny got sat down.
He got what?
He got sat down on that block. Blown up.
Oh, really?
Bad.
Yeah,
Ended up on his back. Yeah.
All right. I also thought this was kind of important, too. The Birmingham Stallions ran 65 total offensive plays. We only ran 44. And I want to hit on that because this also comes down to third down conversion. They also converted 10 of 16 on third down. So I feel like our defense is on the field for way too long, and we need to fix that for sure. And most of those third down conversions were 3rd and 10 plus.
Yeah.
So,
and going on top of that, whenever I first looked at the sheet, the thing that stood out to me the most was possession time for both teams.
Right, yeah.
The Stallions had 38 minutes and 12 seconds, and then the Kings only had 21 minutes and 48 seconds. That's a big difference.
You got to get the defense off the field if you want to win ball games, and you got to be able to run the ball. So, 2 big things that we need to fix right there.
Well, speaking of defense and guys coming off the field and stuff, Travis Bell, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
D-line.
He was balling the heck out, bro.
We'll be definitely getting his jersey.
Our D tackle was second in tackles in the game with 9. So, shout out him. He had a killer game, clogging up the middle, so it was awesome.
Jeff McCubbins, he was talking about how that's his favorite player.
Yeah.
Like, he loves Travis. He loves him some Travis Bell, man. Yeah, I think I do too, man.
And Nick Kibitz, too. That's not a guy we really talked about at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, he led the team in tackles with 10, and we also met his parents at the tailgate. So,
Oh, sweet.
That was his parents,
yeah. And
then
yeah, go ahead.
Eric Gayer, he's the one that forced the fumble. Was that before halftime? Or that was after, wasn't it?
Whenever he came through and drilled the
head right. It was the most fundamental tackle ever. Yeah. Head on the ball, wrapped up, took him down. It was awesome.
How's he not get rid of that ball, by the way?
I don't know, but
how we
didn't get on the ball anyway.
Yeah, how did we not get on that?
Yeah, you seen that sack, and there was no Louisville Kings players around, so I'm glad that he made that hit because he saved a touchdown probably.
All right.
One thing they do need to work on, though, is wrapping up. We should have had 6 tackles.
Oh, we should have had 6 sacks, dude.
Yeah,
100%. Sacks, I'm sorry, yeah.
That's another thing I forgot to tell Dakota is that, I'm pretty excited about our D-line. They look good. They just need to wrap
you get
up,
2 hands on the quarterback, he needs to be on the ground.
Yeah, and we had really good pressure on that D-line, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real. We just, like you said, man, we just got to wrap up and bring them down.
And then
go
ahead.
Like, let's not sit here and act like Matt Corral's not like a he's
a baller.
That dude can get out of the pocket.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He can take off. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy to wrap that man up. But,
no, it's not. But whenever you touch him 10 times, you got to get him down at least a couple.
Yeah, when you're getting paid $68,000 a year, bro, you got to make that tackle.
Another thing I thought was interesting, too, is on the substitution chart, there's like 2 or 3 offensive linemen on there. So, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I guess that brings us to our next point. You know, friend of the show, legend of the show, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Coach Bruno Giacomini, Louisville Kings fired him
unfortunately.
a couple days ago. You know, I was kind of hoping I was going to wake up today and it was just all a big April Fool's joke, honestly. But it wasn't. And, you know, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a media answer for that. Guarantee it. I want to know the real reason because obviously if you have 2 or 3 substitutions on the offensive line, you're trying to fix it. Yeah. You know, so I'm just curious what the problem was. And I just don't think it was football related. That's what I think.
Maybe.
But that's all my thought. It has nothing to do with what Chris Redmond said. So,
speaking of non-football related things, at halftime, man, you know what? Let's roll the clip.
Yeah!
a class act by Justin Ross there, man.
Yeah, you got to be better, man.
Throwing beer all over the citizens of Louisville.
Yeah,
like, come on, bro.
And then you want to act like the victim whenever they throw beer back at you.
I mean, A.J. McCarron coming in there and freaking acting like he knows what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stand for your players, though, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I would, if I was in AJ's shoes, I would have did the same exact thing. Like, hey, get this guy the F out of here. He just threw beer on my player. But then when you watch back the tape, how are you going to react to him? You know, you're going to tell your player, hey, don't be doing that crap.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know, y'all know, but legendary guy behind the camera there, Coach Tui.
That's his video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You didn't realize that?
No, bro.
Coach Tui, if you're watching this, awesome vid. Way to keep the camera in action.
I bet your Twitter's bumping, dude.
I watched it like 2 or 3 times before. I'm pretty sure you texted it in the group chat. It was like, it's Tui's video.
Yeah.
And then like once I watched it again, all I heard was, yeah.
He's like, let's go, baby. Whenever the Kings come through, he's like, let's go, baby. And like, you know it's him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, but anyways, like, I really hope that fan did not get kicked out of the stadium that night. I really hope that's not
Especially
the case, bro.
since it was the family area.
Yeah, why was Tui in there?
Hey, man, that dude's got pools all around
Yeah,
the city, dude.
Yeah, he's an insider.
So, I mean, like, I'm just saying, you know, I guess we won't talk about it anymore, but just.
I think the UFL should handle that, you know. I don't think it should just be like, oh, don't do that, you know.
What would you recommend as the
I learned not to throw beer on people whenever I was like 5 years old, you know. Don't throw drinks on people, bro. I mean, like, that's normal action.
Yeah.
Justin Ross suspended indefinitely is what I think.
I would say it
No,
definitely.
I definitely throwing beer on fans. Come on now, like what are we doing? What are we even doing here?
So you're telling me if Stone Cold Steve Austin came out, threw beer in your face, you would be all
It's
right? with
different. That's Stone Cold. Hey. Anyway, yeah, Justin Ross, man, yeah, that suspension indefinitely for sure.
I don't think it should be indefinitely. Maybe a game or just I wouldn't say
Hey,
fine.
man, you're disrespecting a grown man like that. Come on, dude.
Heat of the moment. I try to say 50-50, but
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
no, nothing's gonna happen.
All right, we got a new segment this week, start of the season. It's called Jester of the Week. Herb didn't really know what a jester was. Basically, like back in the day, man, a jester was kind of like, you know, a joker, a comedian. He's kind of like just the town's fool, basically.
I don't know why I would know that, but
It's
yeah.
actually not what that was, by the way.
All right, let's give the definition out.
A jester was a guy who would come make the king laugh.
And that's exactly what this player did, man, because
He made me laugh.
let's roll the clip.
So Louisville takes it over. Bean. Oh, what a catch made by Winstead. Goes up and over to haul it in. And a huge play right over the shoulder of Alex Cook.
Head top. That boy got head top. Man, we was in the stadium, bro. We was going crazy, dude.
First thing I said, that's a pick.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Jason B did underthrow that a little too much, but
Yeah.
dude came up, bink, caught that mug right over that dude's head.
Shout out Isaiah Winstead, man.
Showing why he deserves to be in the NFL.
All right, Jester of the Week, Alex Cook. That man got head top like no other. That dude, bro, I don't know. I don't watch ESPN Top 10 Plays anymore. Maybe a middle schooler can comment down here and tell us if it was on before
Yeah.
he went to middle school or whatnot. But, I mean, that had to be Top 10 Plays of the Week.
He thought he was like this, thought he was going to catch that ball. Isaiah said, nah.
Give me that.
Ball was gone. He didn't know where it went. He was like, yeah.
T-Bird, how was you feeling in the stadium when that happened? You was jumping up and down, slow motion.
I was running up and down the rails right there, sitting there. Yeah, I mean, my initial thoughts on it was, you know, obviously we made a good play. We loved it. But then looking back on it, it literally hit him. He was going to catch it right here.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it would have been different if he was jumping up. You know, I get that. You know, usually receivers can jump up higher than safeties or corners or whatever. But to be right here in your mid, you're like, oh, this is easy. I'm taking this to the crib.
Yeah, he thought he
And
had
just
6.
Instantly just flips like, oh, shit. Turning back around, he's on the ground. He's already running 15 yards up the field.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Mr. Danny and Miss Donna. They're the season ticket holders right behind us. Good, really good people. You know, I'm not saying we're the obnoxious fans in that group because it doesn't seem like there is one, so it kind of seems like it's us. But, I mean, we're standing the whole time, you know.
And we're going to cheer hard.
We're going to cheer hard.
So,
and
yeah.
you know, they pay their money too. But
I just hope we didn't get on anybody's nerves. But we were very hyped for this game. So
hey, how can you not be, man?
Yeah.
First game in 100 years for City of Louisville in professional football. All right, next up, we're going to be having a Storm podcast coming on, talking about the Storm. This podcast, we only cover the Kings, so he's going to come on and give us some insight about the Storm. His name is Dakota Wolf, Weathering the Storm, and Orlando Storm podcast. I've watched a few of his videos. Go check him out. He puts out really good content about the Storm if you have any interest in that. So hopefully he comes on here and kind of tells us how he's feeling about this game. Week 2.
We're also, if you're a fan of any team that the Kings play this year and you do some type of media, hit us up because we want to interview.
100%. So,
yeah.
All right, let's get into this interview. All right, Kings Nation, we're bringing on Dakota Wolf from Weathering the Storm and Orlando Storm podcast. Nice to meet you, Dakota.
Yeah, nice to meet y'all too. Thanks for having me. It's a real honor to be on here. Y'all are no, for real. Like y'all are doing some great stuff. And I'm it's an inspiration, I guess, to everybody doing this. Like y'all are the top dogs in this team-based podcast stuff. So
I want
y'all don't think so? I mean, y'all had the mayor, y'all the quarterback. Y'all are on another level. So I really appreciate it.
We appreciate that too, man. And
we're just some normal guys, man.
Yeah, I've got to listen to quite a bit of your podcast and learned a lot about you, and we've talked on the phone some, so it's been pretty nice. All right, Dakota, if you want to talk about your podcast for a little bit and just explain kind of the things that you go over, and
yeah, I mean it's just a typical sports podcast. We talk about, we're breaking down every game now that the games are finally here, but really just everything Orlando Storm will go. Recently, I did deep dives on every single position group. So if you're an Orlando Storm fan listening to this, or you just want to know more about the Orlando Storm, I got videos for every single position group, every single player on the active roster right now. Then we do a pregame show. I need to get better on scheduling it and get a consistent schedule, but before every game, we'll do a pregame show. And then obviously after every game, we'll do a post-game recap. But yeah, just your typical sports podcast, everything you would expect, and something about that centered around everything around the Orlando Storm, and every now and then UFL wide coverage.
So how was your fan experience from this past week? You went to the game against Aviators. Yeah. So how was your fan experience, and what all did you get to do?
Nah, it was really good. It was a really fun time. So kind of like you all, I saw that you all posted some videos about it. I got to hold the flag during the national anthem. So we got to get there early. We got in the stadium way before anyone else was, like 2-3 hours before the gates even opened. So we got to do that whole thing, and then so that was really cool. We kind of missed some of the actual like pregame rally stuff because of it, because we were rehearsing it all. But once we did get out there, we got maybe like 15-20 minutes of it. It was high energy. It was like really exciting. A new team in Orlando. It looked like packed out outside in the lot. Obviously it looks different when you're outside and when you're in the stadium, like 25,000 capacity stadium, but that was really fun. They had merch outside, selling merch. So that was the first time I actually saw an Orlando Storm hat, which I've been begging for months and months and months.
How was it to hold the flag? Because I know for me it was like super electric, dude. Just to be on me and Jordan Davis, we're like right on the 50-yard line, and we got to see the team run out. All the fireworks were going off around us. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was super surreal. It was kind of hard because the dude who was like coaching us on it, he was like, "Don't get lost in the moment. Don't look around. Just focus on the flag. We don't want you sitting there looking like you're starstruck while we're trying to pull the flag out or whatever." But no, it was really cool. Like I said, the only thing that sucked about it was missing the actual fan interaction outside, like talking to people and doing all the activities they had. But getting to be on the field for the debut of a brand new team in Orlando, that was really special. So
what are some players that you're looking forward to the most this season from the Storm?
Tavante Beckett is more of one of the all-star players, like top level elite players. He was inactive for this last game against the Aviators, so you wouldn't have gotten a chance to see him anyways. I think he's dealing with like an ankle injury or something. So I would keep an eye out to see if he's available for this game, because that is a significant name to look out for. But he was all UFL, I believe, last year and led the league in tackles for the last 2 years. So he's a veteran in the UFL and definitely a player to look out for. If he's available, Jashawn Corbin obviously led the league in touchdowns last year, rushing touchdowns, that is. And he had 2 in the Aviators game last week. So really excited to see him again. He's another already established guy.
Yeah, he might.
Another guy.
He might lead the league in tackles this year with Jack Plummer as quarterback.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to get into that. But next, we got Mike Abraham. He's not as well known, but he played for the Colts in preseason. I'm a huge Colts fan. You know, that's more of that Kentucky ties there. But he played really good for us in preseason, and we cut him. I still thought it was a stupid decision. I still think he belongs in the NFL. So look out for him. He's our starting corner. Aaron Cruikshank, he's more like a 4th-string receiver, but he is so quick. Like, most of his highlights are from wildcat formation, like handoffs and on kickoff returns, but he is so fast. Like, if he is active for this game, he was also inactive last week. Look out for him. Super quick, like electric off the field. And from what I've heard in training camp, he put on a show. And then last is DTR. I'm excited to see him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the quarterback, for who might not know, or backup quarterback, that is. If he ever gets to play, I'm super excited to see him. I think he should be.
He will 100%.
Yeah, he
be
will
able to play.
Yeah, Jack Plummer.
Yeah.
He's real popular around here, Jack Plummer.
Yeah, I've heard many great things about him.
So how did you think the team performed whenever you went to the game this past Sunday?
Just the team in general, I think it went about exactly as I thought it was going to. Maybe not the Aviators fumbling a kickoff return and 3 interceptions that could have been pick sixes getting called back because of penalties. Well, I guess maybe the penalties weren't expected, but maybe the first part was a little more expected. But the team, basically my expectations for the team going into the game were every single position on the offense is absolutely stacked. The offensive line, wide receivers are loaded, running backs are loaded. All 3 guys could be the starter. And the offensive line is loaded, except for I'm a little worried about the left side a little bit, but it's just quarterback. And you can have all the best players in the world, but if your quarterback is struggling, that can drag the whole team down. I thought that was going to be a strength when DTR was the guy, and I was super hyped, but now it's a concern because either way, with Jack Plummer, you know, there's those concerns, and then with DTR,
weakest links, you know.
Yeah, it's all right, man. You'll see DTR play whenever Jack Plummer's those 3 interceptions one game. It's coming up, but you'll see him eventually.
And the concern with that is why was DTR benched in the first place, or why was he not starting in the first place? So before I was excited about DTR, but now even with him, a little worrying. So the defense showed out. The defensive line was great. The linebackers were great. The corners were solid. All the offense was good. It's just, you know, the numbers were good for quarterback too. So I don't want to rag on them too much, I guess. But if you watch the game, basically the offense looked like they were playing as though they had a backup in. A lot of screens, a lot of halfback, like throwing to the running back out of the backfield, a lot of slants, barely anything past 5 yards. And God forbid there's pressure on him, because Lord knows that man is looking like Joe Flacco trying to escape the pocket.
Yeah, we said on one of our, I don't know what episode it was, but I said, 2 left feet, be Nash. Jack Plummer had 2 left feet. But yeah, I mean, y'all actually got y'all's run game kind of down, unlike the Kings.
And like any other team in the league, really. Nobody really ran the ball at all. But
yeah. And I think, like I said, Jashawn Corbin, he is an absolute dog. So definitely keep an eye out for him. But as well, a lot of credit to the offensive line. I've been saying it for a little while, but I do think, of course, I'm a homer, so I'm a little biased, but I do think the Storm have one of, if not the best offensive lines in the league. You have Sam Jackson from UCF and Cole Schneider from UCF. Those were the 2 regional allocation guys we got. So, of course, I'm huge fans of them, being a huge UCF fan. Absolute dogs. But like I said, I think the left side is a little worrying, but overall still a really solid O-line.
All right, let's get into some predictions here. Like, what are you feeling at halftime? Who's leading going into half?
The Storm fans, they might be a little upset. Maybe not Storm fans, but some people might be upset with what I'm going to say here. And I'm going to have fun with this prediction since you gave half and game results. I'm going to say Louisville's leading this game going into the half. I'm going to say maybe the quarterback's not looking so good. maybe they're giving the fans what they want, and DTR comes in
at halftime.
DTR comes in after the half. The Storm pull out a close one. My final score prediction, I think the spread they had for this was 3.5 for the Storm. So I'm not going to pick them to cover that spread, but I am going to have them win the game, and I'm going to give a prediction of 23-20 in favor of the Orlando Storm.
Another touchdown from the Kings.
I don't know if I can handle an 0-2 start, man.
City can't, for sure.
Especially 2 straight losses within 3 points.
Yeah. All right, Dakota. Well, we appreciate you for coming on and talking all things Storm. You can find him Weathering the Storm and Orlando Storm podcast. That's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, correct?
All the major platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, whoever uses that. Yeah, all the major platforms.
But we appreciate you coming on, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Dakota Wolf and the Weathering the Storm podcast, Orlando Storm podcast, Weathering the Storm and Orlando Storm podcast. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for having us on your podcast. We really appreciate it. He had some interesting, thoughts or takes. Yeah. So, I mean, he thinks Jack Plummer's going to go out there and get booted at halftime and all that junk. But
DTR. Big on DTR, by the way.
Big guy.
Yeah. He's pretty chill, though. I like him. He's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're getting ready to give a slate of the entirety of the UFL's games. There's 4 games, 8 teams. So,
yeah.
DC Defenders at Columbus Aviators, and that is going to be Friday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah, at Columbus.
So,
yeah, I think Columbus falls 0-2. DC gets their first win of the season. I think they're a better team.
Tiamu had kind of a bad week.
Yeah, I mean,
look at his stats.
They played in front of 31,000 St. Louis. I mean, pretty toxic environment. They're definitely not going to have 31,000 in Columbus. So that's why I got DC.
All right, next up we got Sunday, April 5th at 6 p.m. That's the Birmingham Stallions at the Houston Gamblers.
BTA.
Hey, Houston Gamblers look so freaking sorry, bro.
Yeah, BTA, man. I think that game's going to be a blowout, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we've already seen Birmingham Stallions first point of view. So
I mean, the Gamblers are running 2 quarterbacks, and ain't neither one of them
halfway decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birmingham Stallions. T-Bird, Birmingham.
I would 100% say.
I would say next up, Tuesday, April 7th, 8 p.m. kickoff, game of the week right there.
St. Louis Battlehawks versus the Dallas Renegades.
I think that's game of the week.
So I think I'm definitely going St. Louis Battlehawks.
Whoever wins that game is going to be the best team in the league.
Think so?
I agree, yeah. I think so.
I mean,
give me Dallas, though. Them boys are good.
We got to split in the podcast.
Dallas, they just look wrong.
Yeah, Dallas is good.
All right. We're saving this for last. The only game that matters to me, honestly. Louisville Kings versus a sorry Orlando Storm. When I say sorry Orlando Storm, I'm really referring to that sorry quarterback they got over there, Plummer. Played at the University of Louisville. Man's got 2 left feet. We've said this before, man.
Yeah.
Before we even did the drafts, we were saying, hey, we don't want Plummer. Not on this team. Not on the Louisville Kings.
We were actually praying to the man upstairs that we did not get him on the team.
Say, man, I'm a Kentucky fan, so I love Plummer for a while. He's at UFL. He was giving me all that belt. Now I'm just, whatever. I just adopted the hate from you guys. I mean, you see how these guys talk about him, so, I mean, I don't know. What can you do, man? It's pure pressure.
He's just so man, this dude, big peer pressure guy over here. I remember we was back in the high school, man, somebody opened up a pack of cigarettes. That was him right there, bro.
Yeah, I'll just take one, please.
Oh, Cable Crush, Jared Rogers. Yeah, but Louisville Kings, I mean, what kind of score prediction are we thinking of this?
No, that's a good comparison, though. I do want to go back to that real quick. Jack Plummer is like a cigarette because we already smoked that this week, boy.
Where you smoke at?
That's got to be a new thing. Where you smoke at this week.
Jack Plummer. What kind of cigarette would he be?
What's the worst one you could buy?
I have no idea. I'd say menthol.
Hell no. No. That's what a Camel Crush is, bro.
Definitely ain't no Newport.
All right, anyway. We don't know anything about this subject whatsoever.
Yeah, we don't know about cigarettes, but we know bad quarterback when we see one. Jack Plummer's the worst. I told you I can't contain myself. I adopted this hate.
Louisville Kings versus Storm. Predictions?
You already know what I'm going to say, man. 21-27. Give me them Louisville Kings.
T-Bird?
I feel like Redmond's going to get a little fire up under him. I say we hang up 30 on him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I will say, like we was talking to Dakota earlier, when we went to that press conference, they was in there. They was pissed, dude.
Yeah,
they was very upset that they lost. So I don't know. I think if they would have ran that game back right there, we would have beat their butts.
I'm
dude.
going deep ball first play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who you throwing to?
Come on, bro.
The lucky man?
Obviously.
Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going 27-0. They ain't even scoring.
We're gonna shut out.
Shutout. Like I said on Weathering the Storm, Plummer is going to have more completions to Louisville Kings players than Jason Bean is. And that's solely off interceptions, obviously. But
Honestly, that would be bad.
for
us. No, it'd be bad for us too. Also,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you should just say he's gonna have more completions to Louisville Kings players than he is to his own players.
There we go.
That's more like it.
I don't even think. We had 24 minutes of offense last time. I don't even think it's gonna be that this time, bro. I think we're just gonna.
One play scores.
It's gonna be like that. Then the camera turns all the way around behind him. Then he catches it, and then it resumes. He's gonna take off like Madden.
Oh yeah.
It could happen if we got the same drone operator out there as we did last week.
Oh yeah, shout out that guy, man.
He was going crazy, bro.
I remember for some reason I was like looking off, and this drone was like flying around the Birmingham side. The freaking wide receiver over, he was like, "Get
out of here!" Swan bees and.
I said there.
I mean,
I was like, look, I think it's a drone over there. 10 minutes later, just stands up. What is that?
So, UFO, man. Yeah, I mean, week 2, we got shit to prove out here. We got to get this run game going, man.
If we fall to 0-2, it might be time to start panicking. I honestly believe
Already?
that. I think that. I honestly
Fire
believe
another
that.
coach.
No, please don't. No more firing any coaches. We need them all.
So you start off 0-2, it's just the morale is going to be very, very low.
And that's going to be hard for a 10-week season to get to.
That's what. Yeah, I mean,
You might only be able to lose 1 or 2 more games, if that.
we got to sweep Orlando. I think got to.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, we got them back to back. Come out April 10th to Lynn Family Stadium to watch the Louisville Kings back in action at home. If not, tune in this Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m.
This Saturday night, 8 p.m., you can head down to Parlor Pizza, downtown Louisville. That's where the official watch party for the Louisville Kings are going to be. They're going to have the games in there. All the real fans are going to be in there.
Yep.
Bumping, cheering on those Louisville Kings, cheering on Jason Bean, probably booing Plummer.
We're going to pull
There
up.
is no probably.
Yeah.
We pulling up to the watch party, boys?
We're going to do something, man.
Yeah, we'll probably be there.
We did an interview with Dakota Wolf, Weathering the Storm. He also did an interview with us. You can go check that out on his YouTube page.
All platforms.
All platforms. We're Weathering the Storm, Orlando Storm podcast. So thank you, Dakota, for having us on, and we appreciate you for coming on ours. I'm Justin Montgomery. It's my co-host right here, Herbert Hilton. Tech guy / producer in the back, Tyler Logson, tuned in. Thank y'all for watching, and
All hail.
Kings.